Hi.
Hi, Taylor. Nice to meet you.
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about you from
Same
a
here.
friend. I've kind of written this up. I
Okay.
got an idea from another one of my friends who has some investors and backers. What is needed and kind of like what it entails. The whole thing is you're investing in me to play poker. I'm sure you understand because I know you said you just started playing, which I think is great. Hope you do well. Anyway, you never know. Even the best player can get knocked out early, but if you're good in the long run, you're going to make money.
Right.
And that's what I'm planning on doing. That's what I have done so far. To continue to play in the higher tournaments, I don't have that money for the entry. So this is why I need a backer investor. What it starts out with is kind of like the breakdown. Say you can give like 25 to 50,000 because entry fees for tournaments going from like $300 up to $10,000.
Right.
So and depending on how many people play in the tournament is how much you make. And for like let's say I were to enter a tournament for $1,000. Okay, if I were to cash in that tournament, let's say for $10,000, the initial $1,000 is going to go back into the investment to help me play more and more tournaments. And then after that, after taxes, then we split the rest 50-50. You get 50, I get 50% of that. So we each make money.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
also,
far, so good.
I know, and because if it's me you're investing, I'm sure you're going to want to know how I've done my stats, and I have it all written out here.
Great.
The main, which you probably know by now, the main biggest tournament in the world of the year is the World Series of Poker in Vegas, right? I've been able to play in about 6 events for that, which I've had to win my way into all of them. I didn't have the money to just put down. I had to go and play in a satellite. I had to play like in a little tournament series with my friends where I've won throughout the year. So I've been able to play that. And out of those 6 events, I've cashed in 3. So
50%,
that's
50%. Pretty good.
Yeah, and if you understand, I'm sure you understand,
Sure.
like tournaments, it's hard. A lot of professional players, they will play like 15 tournaments at the World Series and not cash in any.
Right.
So the fact that I've at least been able to cash 50% is pretty good. And I will admit, the main event, the 2007 main event has been my best one. They started out with just under 6,500 players, and I made it to 95th, so I made it in the top 100.
Wow.
I was the second to last female. And
Wow.
I know.
Pretty good.
I was hoping for the last, but I was second to last. And so anyway, the buy-in was 10,000, and I made 67,000. So as you can see, it's a good investment. So I don't know if you wanted to look over some of this, naturally take it home.
Okay, sure.
I understand it's a lot of money, so you need to take it home.
Okay.
And look through it, and
Yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about, and if I could, I'd do it myself, but like you said, I need a little more practice. I've just started, so but I think this is the kind of thing that would help women in general.
exactly.
Help us get a little,
Yeah,
forward, because I know there aren't
Yeah.
that many in the field. So.
Yeah, poker, maybe 10% of the whole field is women.
Wow.
And yeah, so it would, and I wish more women would do it too. It's not like a physical thing.
Right.
It's all mental strategy, and I know women are great at that.
Sure.
So yeah, the more successful women that are in it, the more that we do, hopefully more women will come into it.
Yeah, this is definitely something I'm interested in.
Good.
And I think this could be good for both of us. I'll take this back, I'll look it over, and then I'll get in touch with you, and we can work out all the details and
Okay.
write something up so that
Yeah, just as long as you understand everything. I want to make sure you
I know,
understand
high
everything.
risk. Yeah.
Okay.
I get
It is, but it's very high reward.
That's
mean,
right.
The World Series main event person last year won $8 million. 10,000 for $8 million is pretty
Amazing.
good.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah. It's a pretty good return.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I'll take this back. I'll look at it, and I will definitely get back to you. You'll hear from me in the next couple of days.
Okay, great.
Okay.
That sounds
Thanks so much,
wonderful.
Kelly.
Thanks, Taylor.
You're welcome.
So, here I am getting ready to go on stage here, and nothing but the biggest clubs for me. I'm here at Little Wesley's nightclub here. That's part of the problem. I've never been a great stand-up. I've always loved poker better, but I still do some stand-up. All my friends, you're funny. It always seems like I'm funnier with my friends than when I'm actually at a club, but it gives exposure. It's got me into a couple of roles in movies and stuff, and I've never actually done great. I've been in some really bomb atmospheres. I was doing stand-up once, and there was a guy ahead of me who was terrible, and he was drunk. He was like really drunk, and he wouldn't get off the stage. They gave him the light, they tried to cut off his mic, he just refused to get on stage. And there was like kids in the audience, they started throwing food at him. Like they started throwing food at him, this guy just wouldn't get off the stage. They finally got him off stage, and I'm the next guy up. So I get up there, I'm going, all right, I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name is Giorgio. Smack! I get hit with a piece of lettuce, like out of nowhere. I'm like, wait a second. You know, the kids figured, whoever's up there, we're just going to throw food at him, you know? So there I got smacked around. Not a pretty sight. You know, had lettuce, tomatoes, all kinds of stuff on me. It was a tough night. But, you know, when you're not great, you end up in, you know, places like Little Wesley's, you know? And so I've been around a lot. A couple of times I got in some big comedy clubs, but I'm just not that good. It just didn't work out. I've gotten to work with some people, like I worked with Jerry Seinfeld, and that was great. I saw him the first night. I worked the whole week with him. The first night I worked with him, I was like, man, he's just coming up with this. It looked like he was just coming up with it off the top of his head. This guy's unbelievable. And then every night, it was word for word the same act, and it looked like it just came to him. I was like, this guy's like a genius. It's so great, and I'm like, I'm never going to be this good, you know. But when I play poker, it's like, you know, I can be this good, you know. I mean, it's just, you get the right cards. I could be like up there with the Phil Ivies of the world. I know I can do it, you know. Phil Hellmuths. I can call people, you know, a stupid idiot from Northern Europe. I can do that. But so poker's kind of like something I'm striving for, to be that poker player. In the meantime, you know, I'm doing these little gigs, trying to survive. Hopefully, there's a big audience out there, because the bigger the audience is, you know, if 2 or 3 people laugh, it's contagious. You know, if you get like 6 people out there and they ain't laughing, you know, it's death. Let's go, Little Wesley's. Hopefully it's going to be a packed house, and hopefully I'll do all right. If not, there's that tournament, there's that poker camp. I'm going for it. I'm going to be there. All right, wish me luck. I'm going to need it.